Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another DC comic deck building game. This is crossover pack number 3 for the Legion of Superheroes. We're headed to, I believe it's the century 3000. Yeah, 30 and 31st centuries. Gonna play some of the Legion characters, 6 new characters, bunch of new other cards. So let's see what kind of little mechanics and gimmicks they get into. So, like always, we get one of these cards to just kind of explain what the set's about. Some new keywords was time travel. So, the Legion hail from the 31st century and are experienced time travelers. When you see a keyword time travel on a card, it means you may discard a card from your hand to play this card from the lineup or supervillain stack. If you do, you cannot buy it this turn, and then return it at the end of your turn. You may use more than one time travel card per turn, but each card may only be used this way once per turn. Like any card in play, time travel will temporarily replaced. Like any card you play, a time travel card will be temporarily be placed in play in front of you. So basically saying, pick it up and play it, and then you can put it back in later. Alright, so that's that. Let's look at our heroes. So we have Cosmic Boy. That's kind of weird. There's a alternate image on his hands there. I don't know what that means. During each of your turns, the first card you play from your hand is an equipment. Give a card with a cost of 5 or less in the lineup time travel this turn. Okay, so if you play an equipment right away, you can give any other card time travel, which means you can discard it to play another card. You can give it to any card. Chameleon Boy. Once during each of your turns, you may discard a card to time travel a card in the lineup with a cost equal or less than the cost of the card discarded this way. Lightning Lad. During each of your turns, if the first card you played from your hand is a villain, give a card with a cost of 4 or less time travel. Saturn Girl. During each of your turns, if the first card you played is a hero, give a card with 4 or less time travel. So each one's going to give a different one, it looks like. Brainiac 5. Once during each of your turns, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, put a card with a cost of 5 or a time travel card with a cost of 5 or less from your discard pile into your hand. Interesting. And finally, Phantom Girl. +1 for each time travel card you played during your turn. So she gains bonuses. Alright, those are our superheroes. Let's look at our regular heroes and other cards. We have Dawnstar, who has time travel. Each player puts the top card of their deck into their discard pile. +1 for each different card type discarded this way. Dream Girl, time travel, +1 power. Look at the top 3 cards of the main deck. You may play any time travel cards seen this way, then put them back in any order. Starman. Oh, here we go. We're looking at Starman for the Justice JSA set. He's in this one, because he's both. Time travel. Add the top card of the main deck to the lineup, then choose a cost. +1 for each card in the lineup with that cost. Mon-El, time travel, 2 power, defense. You may reel this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, game a time travel card from the lineup. Oh, that's kind of powerful. It is, but there's only so many time travel cards. But some of these other guys let you give a card time travel, so you could give them time travel, then use that to do it. So now we have some villains. You have Cosmic King, which is like the evil versions of some of the heroes. This is your first card you play this turn. Draw cards until your hand has 5 cards in it, otherwise 2 power. Universo, time travel, attack. Each foe discards a time travel card. If you own this card, plus 3 power. If any foe does not discard a card this way. So that's saying if you own it, you get the plus 3 power. If you don't, you're just playing as time travel, then they only just have to discard a time travel card. Computo, time travel. Other cards you own in lineup have a cost of 5 instead this turn. We have some equipment. We have the lightning rod. You may destroy a card in your hand. If you do, put a card of equal or lesser cost from your discard pile into your hand. If you choose not to, 1 power. The Legion Flight Ring, which we've had in one of the other base sets, but this is obviously going to be different because it has the time travel. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Defense, you may discard this to avoid an attack. If you do, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. The Time Spear, plus 2 power. Put each card in the lineup on the bottom of the main deck, then replace them. Electricity, time travel. Draw a card for each card with time travel, including this one you have played this turn. Even if you don't use the actual time travel effect. Telepathy, time travel. If this is the first card you played this turn, discard your hand and choose a foe. Play that foe's hand this turn, then return each card played this way to that foe's hand when it leaves play. Otherwise, plus 2 power. That's actually a neat one. Magnetism. Time travel, you may put any number of equipment with a cost of 4 or less from your discard pile to your hand. If you choose not to, plus 2 power. And finally, a new location, the Legion Headquarters. Time travel, ongoing. The first time you play a time travel, including this one, draw a card. So every single card has time travel. Every single... so that's kind of a neat, because you can use time travel in any set. So if you just cram these anywhere in any set, you can use these. But you're probably, like most other small expansions, want to put it for sure in the top half of the deck, if not in the top quarter. Just because although you can use the time travel in every one, the effects that ask for about time travel, you're not going to come across as often. Although, if you're using these heroes, that's not as big of a deal, because you can give a bunch of different cards in the lineup time travel. So, at least it's an interesting mechanic that they sort of fixed, because you can play with the heroes and you can make any card have time travel, essentially. Therefore, it makes that keyword a lot more effective, not only in the use of it, but also you can place it on other cards. So if you can't find the ones that specifically say it, you can always get more. Again, though, this is going to be one of the things, if you watch the Arrow video, if they don't, I don't believe they come back to this keyword at all, which would have been a cool thing. Like they get another big box set or another expansion, mentioning time travel. And then here, now we have more instances of this. So you can almost make like a full, you don't want a full deck with only those, but if you had more cards to sprinkle in. Because 16 cards out of like a 200 card deck is not very many. Alright, here we have some supervillains. Saturn Queen. 3 power. You may time travel this turn without paying discard costs. Oh, that's actually kind of fun. Mano. Time travel. Attack. Each foe discards a card with a cost of 6 or greater. If you own this card, plus 3 power if any foe does not discard a card this way. These guys don't have first appearances, which is interesting. Throck. Each foe discards an equipment. If you own this card, plus 3 power if any foe does not discard a card this way. The Emerald Empress. Time travel. Each foe discards a superpower. If they cannot, they gain 3 power. Time Trapper. Each foe puts a card with a cost of 1 or greater in their discard pile. Their discard pile under their superhero. Alright, so that's an interesting one. Because under the superhero is kind of like Arrow's thing, but it's an interesting interesting thing. Lightning Lord. Each foe discards a hero. If you own this card, plus 3 power. If any does not, discard a card this way. Valagus. Time travel. Attack. Each foe discards a villain. If you own this, plus 3 power. If any foe does not, discard a card. When this super villain is defeated, each player discards all cards under their superhero. Okay, so that kind of works with the other guy, but that's the only other instance except for Arrow. So that's interesting. And then Persuader. Time travel. Each foe destroys the top card of their deck. And he's got the blue back because he's on the highest one. Yeah, so that's cool. Interesting mechanic, the time travel. Time Trapper. Cards remaining under your superhero at the end of the game do not add to your victory point total. So it uses the same mechanic as the Arrow set does, except it's only on that one card. Note, supervillains in this set do not have first appearance attacks. Their attacks are activated only when a player chooses to time travel them. A card you own is one that came from out of your deck. Okay, so that's an interesting mechanic. I was kind of thought it was... So, Lightning Lord comes into play. He doesn't do anything. But, if a player time travels him, then the effect happens. And each foe has to discard a hero. Otherwise, if you own it, you get plus 3 power if any foe does not discard a card this way. So that's kind of an interesting idea. Alright, so that was Legion of Superheroes. We get some of the more classic characters. Interesting, they show all the different characters on here, and then there's this girl right here, who I don't know. And then they have this fire guy over here, who I don't know, because I don't know the Legion that well. But they don't have them in this set. I always find it funny when they have artwork for cards on a box, and then they don't use that artwork or that version of the character. It's like, well, then why did you put them on here? Like, someone drew this picture. Like, this isn't just like one ripped from a cover. So why did you not include the characters that are in the game? I don't know. Alright, check out all the other DC deck building videos. See you guys later. Bye.